So at this point, I have got the midline bent into place. And now what I need to do is I need to bend the floor plan up into place. All right? Talked about this before. You know, where exactly does this touch? It touches here and it stops touching, well, right about here. It touches from here to here. Okay? I'm going to redraw where that is based on the center plane. Okay? Where does it touch from? I'm going to use my box to get that symmetry. Same thing here. From here to here. It touches here and it stops touching here. What that means is that this part of the line is right already. And this part over here, also right. And when I draw the shoe, I'm not going to see this stuff back here. But I'm here to tell you that the part that I can't see affects the part that I can. And I have to understand them both. So that part's right, okay? Now what I need to do is I need to bring this part up to there. This part right there, I'm going to bend it up. This is easy back here. It's got to come up like that. Lifts off. It's going to be, when I say it's easy, it has to be done right, which I wasn't doing. Don't get cocky, Brad. Here's the thing. This gets bent up, right? Not in, not over, up. And pay attention. Here's the deal. I have to hold this thing up there. Look at this. Which way is up? Because up, you will observe, is different there than it is here. Up over here goes that direction. Up over here goes this direction. So I'm going to figure out where up is. Follow the bubbles. That's what the scuba divers say. Follow the bubbles. Okay? This has got to come out at least that far. Right? So that actually follows my line there. Yours might not do that. But this thing's got to come out here and be curving down. And then that's got to be a little bit more like that. Okay. Right, this touches here. Then you'll notice I've got this big thing. This has to do much the same thing. All right? This comes up, goes in, and it comes up to, use your box. I'm going to make sure that I've got this happening the same on both sides, right? Comes in. And then it goes up. How far up? I might look for the high point on this thing. And then come down. Locate that here. And bring it across. That's going to be where my high point is there, and my high point here is Then I'm going to come up. See how I am using my box? I'm using my box wisely. I'm using it to help me find landmark places. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? That tells me it has to go that high. That surprises me. That's pretty high. But it comes through that point. Boink. I will show you how that works for me. Okay? If I've got this midpoint right here, I've also got that over here, and I can use that. Some of these are getting a little parallel. I don't know. Be careful with it. So coming over, shifting that just a little bit farther. So I can use this to, man, that surprises me, that's that high. That is too high. It can't be that high. Anyways, this thing touches here, right? This is where it touches, remember? So from here, it's going to start moving its way up here to this high point. I don't know what I did here. It can't be that high. Not even. This thing's coming down this way. I'm going to look at this business. I've got a little thing right here. I'm not sure how important that is back there. But this has got to come down. This is right. It comes up, goes this way a little bit, just like that. Then it comes up to the high point, right? Where does it touch? Touches all the way down here. Right? I have to come back and look at my shoe and see how important like this little shift thing is. It came from my study. Can you see what's going on here though? It touches here, touches here. So I've got this little relationship starting to happen. Between those three. This is the bottom of my shoe. The bottom of the sole of my shoe. Okay? And when I was talking about which way is up is this way, right? I'm going to take and bend that front up. And it has to come out at least that far. It can't come in. This is going to be where the front of this is. So this has to come up. Taking that, visualizing it bent up. Right? But then this has to keep going out. Has to go out until it hits that up place. this part where I know that it touches, this comes out here. And starts to curl around. And makes its way back to here. So I have to figure out, where's that curve? What's the curve that makes sense? And this thing is starting to turn. I can see that turn right there. And this thing has to come down to there. So this thing starts to lift off, and it's going to come to that. Where does it touch? And then it lifts off. Comes down, touches, comes back up, touches, lifts back up, comes around, comes back down, touches, 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 lifts back up. And all of that was based on my modified touches. I have modified midline, modified profile, and also based on my footprint. Can you see what is happening in there, my friends? The next step is going to be to draw the sole of this thing. Will I have you do that this weekend? I think I might. That's the next step. Okay? So I got the bottom of the sole. Now I got to figure out the top of the sole.